We have Richard Ortiz. It's called, your site is the Boxer's Voice. And what a voice of that.
The fighter's voice. Voiceography at its finest, and it's awesome to be in the mecca of boxing, Oregon.
It's here. Mike Wilson is that man here.
Yes, he
It's
is.
a franchise.
Yes, he is. This is definitely his backyard, and although this fight is 2 years in the making.
And it's looking good. It's a lot of people, a lot of energy. We saw yesterday at the weigh-in. Everybody loved the show.
It was a great capacity. It was a great weigh-in. It was full of energy. He's definitely the hometown hero here. Although he does have a lot of hats, promoter, matchmaker, the list goes on. But tonight he has to finally put those gloves on and put all those aspects to a side and concentrate on the boxing.
Another guy that is to see what Victor Morales brings on board.
Well, I will say this, that's going to be an intriguing fight. Somewhere in the line, Morales is about to get hit harder than he's ever been hit in his whole career by a true veteran, by a true man that brings everything that he has inside of the ring. You know what? He's a throwback to the old school fighters of today. I wish more fighters had heart like Corbin.
All the other fights seem to be great, even fights.
Yes, they do. Great matchmaking. And there you are, Fathom Zuffa, excellent amateur background. And he's here to fight. He's here to take the state by hand.
Can you imagine somebody needing to travel from Anchorage, Alaska, all the way down here just to get a fight? You must be really not desperate, but I mean, really committed to the sport.
Yes, he is. And just by watching him, he's a student of the game. Right off the bat, he's trying to slip that jab and come across that right hand, as he just did, just there.
He seems pretty fast for his size. I'm talking about Suta.
Yeah, right now he's giving angles and definitely pawing with the jab. But his whole game plan, he's trying to drop that right hand.
I think it's also, you know, he's trying to control the ring. Although it's a good jab from Rafael Valencia, just pretty much stopped him in his tracks.
You know, I will say this about Rafael. He's a tough fighter there. He went the distance with Joe Smokin' Lopez from Fresno, California, and also Stockton's own undefeated Kilo Madera.
Rafael just ducks, closes in, also just totally throws the plan out at the distance.
Well, with Zuffa in his young career, this is only his fifth fight. Again, Rafael, he's been around the block for a while, so there's nothing that's in front of him tonight that he hasn't faced.
You know, at one point, at least in Mexican boxing, they used to make the fighters wear different colored trunks.
Well, the governing bodies, they would have you pay a fine. You would have to wear, that way the fans can tell exactly who was who because of the trunk colors.
Richard?
You know what? It was a very difficult round to score, although I did see some counter-punching by Rafael. And I'll agree with you, Joseph. The fluctuate in weight definitely changes your game plan at times. Heavier hands, heavier punches.
But you would say, or I would think that he lost a lot of time. If he's 30, he has 2 fights. But I don't know his life.
Yeah, you know, like what I spoke about earlier, you have a small window in boxing, and you want to capitalize on that opportunity, that window, and do it while you're young and you're youthful. But I'm not counting out George Foreman.
Bernard Hopkins. I was there at that fight.
Against Michael Moore.
Yeah, against Michael Moore. It was like a night to go see Foreman go out of blazing glory.
Yes, yes.
And he almost did. It was at the end, just at the end of the fight, when he finally knocked out Moore.
Yeah, he was winding down, and he was on his way to losing a decision. And Michael Moore got hit with that 1-2, not once but twice.
And it's going to be a matter of who aims best and who hits first.
Exactly, I agree with you. Although southpaw stance will always give a man in a right-hand stance a difficulty, because those are just hard to come by. They're that jewel in the rough, and you need to capitalize on your attributes.
See, Rivas throws the left, kind of a notch shape inside the arm.
It's almost like a big slap, a la Michael Nunn.
That was a salsa move, I think.
Yes, it was.
He's coming across, down, on with the punch.
Yeah, kind of looping. Nice action there. No, and you know what? That first round is a very difficult round to score, although I will give the edge to Rivas.
On a 5-round, kind of strange 5-round fight. I guess you can make it at any other less, 12 or less.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it would either be 4 or you jump to 6.
Just Morales seems to be landing the crisper shots, and also just to be able to hit and run right away, stay away from the counter punching.
I'm looking at Morales' footwork, man. It's just phenomenal. I mean, and that's the key to boxing, great footwork. I mean, just look at the balls of his feet. I mean, sky's the limit for this kid.
Although it's kind of hard to try to tell who's similar styles, because nobody's going to do it physically the same way as anybody else.
The footwork, I'm going to go out and say this, the footwork is straight 100% Floyd Mayweather. Because Mayweather, he does press the action. and his footwork is phenomenal.
Good counter punch. Stepped aside, came back with his punch. Good job from Morales.
Yeah, Page needs to let his hands go. I mean, he was letting them go in the first round early, and now he's just starting to pull a Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. right now and hold your punches. You got to let those hands go. You got to compete. Yeah, you
now
know
he's
what?
got, it's a cut over the right eye of Corbin Page.
Yeah, you know what? I did talk to him at the fighters meeting, and I did notice he did have some soft scar tissue there, and that's from years of wars. And he's out of there. Exactly. He doesn't stick around for the counter punch.
Good right hand, left hand. Good combination. The bell ends. So it's not cut. It just seemed like he had been bruised. Also, the way the light reflects.
Yes, exactly. And we do have a red canvas and the reflection of the light, which is a good thing that he's not cut.
Yeah. Yes. Well, he's hustling now. He's hustling a lot
we're going to
more.
find out.
Very successful.
Round one, gentlemen.
Round one and silver.
Almost a metallic, yes.
Yeah, metallic.
Dallas Cowboys. There you go. I like
yeah.
that.
I don't think he has any fear of Mike Wilson.
No, right off the bat, he's allowing Mike Wilson to get the proper distance, that full extension, and he's kind of looping his right hands, kind of telegraphing Rivas there.
He revived boxing here.
Well, he believed in the sport and he believed in himself, and also hey, we're looking at an entrepreneur, gentlemen. Nice jab by Wilson. He's getting full extension.
Use some rough house.
Oh, that right hand, nice right hand. He's hurt.
There you go.
Reina is hurt.
Wilson's coming in very content.
Comes in. To the
Oh,
body,
great
twice
body shot by Wilson.
He's trying to aim, or at least start to hurt the body.
Tie him up.
Another right hand. He's going.
That's
He's
it.
gone.
That's it.
3,
Take your time.
5.
Referee's
6.
looking closely.
They're coming in. He was already
Referee
tagged
better take a
twice.
look at this.
Going in
Maybe
for the
over
kill.
pretty fast.
It's done.
And that's it.
Over and done with.
That's it. Knockout.
Great knockout. He worked harder coming into the fight. Was
I agree with you.
preparing himself. Continue to come now and come in with another
Yes, he did.
knockout. Easy,
Yeah.
and people loving it.
You know what? He wore a lot of hats leading up to this event, and you're looking at an entrepreneur as far as a promoter, selling himself, and then performing when it comes down to it.
So Reina thought that he had a chance.
Reina is still hurt.
A year and a half.
Fernando Reina is still hurt. He needs to be seen by the doctor.
A year and a half. They're going to be sitting him down. And a great night of boxing. I think it was everything and more than what we expected, Richard.
You know what? It was a fun-filled event, family-oriented, and you know what? Fireworks were displayed tonight. You know, yes, he did. And I can't wait to see Mike Wilson on the global circuit. I want to see him in the States. States, get ready, because you have a combatant coming your way.
Last words for you, and I know which they are going to be.
You know what? Richard Ortiz with a fighter's voice, and it's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Thumbs up for Richie.
Thumbs up.